watch Brandon putting the headset on now. BRoy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you give us any insights from that last huddle? Did you chew any tail? What did you talk about strategy-wise?
I think the biggest thing Coach was saying is we got to do a better job of getting to the free throw line. I think these are our first free throws of the half, and the biggest thing is just being more aggressive. And I think right now Sacramento's playing with a little more energy than we are.
Now, it's starting to become a habit, Brandon, of this ball club to kind of ease into a game. You as a leader of the club, when you were playing, what would you tell it? Would it all be on Nate's shoulder to get him going, or?
You know, I think earlier in my career it was usually on Nate's shoulders. As a player, I would try to do it by example. But as I got a little bit older and you play so many games, you understand that this is maybe one of those games you want to try to build a lead and allow everyone to play so you can save your legs. You know, I was telling Marcus, really try to get these guys going because, you know, we got some really big games coming up and we need you to rest a little bit. So he said he's trying to keep guys motivated and just pick the energy up. But biggest thing, you know, that I noticed when I've been watching is when our energy level picks up, it's tough for any team to play with us. So I just try to tell those guys, keep that energy high, especially in this building.
Brandon, how you doing? We don't want to just talk strategy about this game, but what's going on with you? We saw you shooting a little bit earlier today and getting back out there. What's going on?
Yeah, well, you know, the biggest thing is I'm just, you know, happy to be back on the court, and, you know, it's not playing full speed yet, but it is shooting. I was moving a little bit, doing some defensive slides, and, you know, Dr. Roberts and Jay, they want me to continue to take it slow and let some of the medication that they put into my knee allow that to work. But I'm just happy to be back, you know, walking around and running around and really just, you know, back practicing with some energy. I'm sorry, guys, I got to move.
Yeah, go ahead. Get in the timeout. We'll check in with you after the break. So Brandon Roy from the Blazer bench, we'll check in with him in a moment. But Nate McMillan during that time having to call another timeout. Blazers continue to trail. Now it's by double digits. Play. Brandon Roy, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back.
Talk about Wesley. You saw him take it to the rim that time and get it up and in there. He's certainly, with you out of the lineup and needing some punch in that position. Talk about what he's given you guys this year.
Oh, he's done great. You know, even when I was in the lineup and, you know, I was struggling, you know, with my knee and with my shot and with a number of things, he did a great job of bringing that lift. And I think the biggest thing he surprised most people with was his ability to score. I think we all knew he was a good defender and he's a good scrap guy, but he can score the basketball and he can take advantage of mismatches on the defensive end. So he's done a big job for us this year. Just playing with energy and bringing some toughness to us.
He's a great finisher too. I mean, in transition like we just saw, as Sacramento back with it, Evans to the middle traveled. But Brandon, it doesn't seem like Wesley in transition. He's not a great leaper. Doesn't have a lot of highlight-type dunks, but he just hardly ever misses in traffic or at the rim with the left or the right.
Yeah, no, that's why I think the biggest thing that has surprised me, even in before preseason, we were just playing pickup. I was like, man, this guy can finish really well, and he uses his size. He has a wide shoulder, so when he gets close to the basket, he knows how to put that off for him when you give himself enough room to finish. You know, I think everybody's not going to be the biggest jumper or the fastest guy, but I think he makes the most of his abilities.
Yeah. Now, Brandon, you and I are experts on knees. We've had it looked at and operated on a lot of times. What exactly did they do with your knee, and how quick from getting back compared to other times when you had knee operations?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you're right. I have been a pretty good expert at the knees, unfortunately. But I think some of it is just going through the experience. I'm able to heal a little bit faster because I know what it takes to rehab and to get through it. But I think the biggest difference this time is they didn't you know, clean up the meniscus. They just kind of went in there and cleaned some things up, and I guess they call it flushing out the joint. So after they did that, you know, now my biggest thing was they put some of this, I guess what you call PRP. I don't know if you guys know much about that, but they actually put it in both knees. And right now they just want me to continue to rest, even though I do feel good, because they want to give that medicine a chance to try to work.
So you do feel a difference, I mean, already from the surgeries as Miller scores inside?
Yeah, I feel a difference. I feel like, you know, even with just shooting, I don't feel kind of that pain that I was feeling in actually both knees after, you know, playing on the right one for a while. So it feels better, and the biggest thing is the doctor said, you know, it may feel better, but you got to be patient because we want to really, you know, give that medicine a chance to work.
You doing okay mentally? I mean, through all this, Brandon, it's got to be so difficult. I mean, being around the guys, of course, on a homestand like this, as free throws coming for Miller, that's got to be fun for you just to be around them. But I would imagine when we leave and head out on road trips, it's got to be tough.
Yeah, you know, the toughest part is, I think, you know, being at home is, you know, it's always fun with the family, but then, you know, you get a little bored.
And they want you out of the house.
Yeah, you know, you start to get that itch where you want to, you know, go back and do what you've been doing your whole life. But being back with the team, you know, sitting in meetings, going through the stretching with the guys, you know, just laughing and joking is always, you know, something positive for me, because it kind of brings a smile to my face.
Now, will it be your decision how you feel with the knee? How are you looking at that?
No, this time I'm totally, you know, gonna leave it up to Dr. Roberts and Jay Jensen, and you know, I talk with them a lot, and you know, I think the past couple of times I've tried to rush back because I felt good, but they want me to be patient, and I think I'm going to do that this time.
Would after the All-Star break be maybe a...
He's putting words in your mouth, Brandon. Don't let him do it.
I mean, there's, you know, I told, you know, Dr. Roberts that I would like to, you know, come back, you know, this season and really try to, you know, come back at a point where I can, you know, play my way into some shape where I can help us down the stretch. And he knows that I got that itch, and I think he's gonna, you know, he's gonna be patient, but at the same time, you know, I am hoping, you know, sometime after the All-Star break, I can be back on the court helping these guys out.
Meanwhile, Miller lays it up and in as the Portland run continues, and they've now cut Sacramento's lead to 4. Brandon, lastly, actually, as Westfall calls timeout, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll get you in the broadcast booth again soon. Hopefully not too much, though.
Yeah, not too many times, but I enjoyed it, fellas.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Brandon Roy down on the Blazer bench joining us a little bit here in the second quarter. And meanwhile, while we're talking to Brandon, Andre Miller with the lay-in, and it's a 4-point Kings lead. Blazers starting to wake up.
Starting to wake up.